Hey guys, welcome back to the X-Ring. On today's episode, what I want to review is the new Nightforce ATACR 1:8 by 24 front focal. I know we've already done the NXS or the NX8 1:8, and that's a great scope, but this one is the cat's meow. It is much more robust, much larger scope. If you're looking for something that's really light and throwable for, let's say, 3-gun or something like that, I don't know if this is the optic for it, because it is much bigger than the 1:8 NX8. So first thing we're going to do is we'll look at the box and we'll go from there. Stay tuned. All right, guys, in typical Nightforce fashion, you have the square box now, and here it is, the C597 ATACR 1:8 by 24 front focal. This is the 10th mil radian adjustable scope. You can, I don't believe you can get this one in the MOA. You can on the other one. Here's a close-up of the reticle and what it's going to look like. I can't really get it to focus anymore, but that's what it looks like. A lot busier than the NX8 scope. So that's what that is. Now what we're going to do is compare the two scopes. All right, guys, so there it is. There is the new Nightforce ATACR 1:8 by 24. First thing you're going to notice, it does have the flip-up caps. These are nice as opposed to the other ones that had the little rubber dangly things that I just didn't care for at all. What you're going to notice is the tube is much larger. It is a 34mm tube as opposed to the 30mm tube. Now, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these edge to edge, and what you're going to see in comparison is how much longer the other scope is. Yes, it does have a scope cap on it, but it is longer. It is a lot more robust when you look at it from top to bottom. Okay, you're also going to notice the caps are a lot larger. The NX8 has the regular elevation adjustment on the top. It's not covered. It does have the covered windage, but you're not going to find that on the ATACR. It does have the cap turrets, both windage and elevation. You can take those caps off and put a beauty ring around it if you wanted to protect those threads. It does have the power throw lever. But one of the things you're going to notice is a little different. In typical Nightforce fashion, you always had these external screws on the vertical side of the scope caps to adjust for your zero. You're not going to find that on the new ATACR. On the new ATACR, and what was a little disconcerting is when you open the box, the owner's manual in the ATACR box is the owner's manual for the NX8, and it is on both of the ones that I ordered. So it's not something that I think just happened to one box. What you're going to notice different is the zeroing screws. I've never seen this from Nightforce. I've seen it with some other manufacturers, but in order to zero it, you hold the dial itself and then unscrew the two silver screws. And then what you wanted to do then, they said, is just make sure that you can turn it without hearing any clicking. If you don't hear any clickings, then you're just going to reset that to 0. And then somewhere down there is somewhat of a zero stop. You're not going to be able to set a zero stop up close like you can on the other Nightforce scopes. It does have great daytime illumination. I love it. Pretty much the same reticle in the center. So some of you guys had complained about the dot here in the middle being a little too large on 8 power, and it's still somewhat the case, but I rarely shoot on 8 power. As far as the actual windage is going to look the same as well. But great scope. I'm extremely happy with it. I do like the fact that it does have the 10th mil adjustments as opposed to 2/10 of a mil or the Tenebrex flip-up caps. So you guys can see that real good quality construction. I wanted you guys to see that up close. Much better than those dangles. One of the other things I noticed is the scope cap itself is a low profile, very similar to like the Vortex. You know, basically the Razor HD 1:6. So it's very low in the profile. It's not high like a typical Nightforce adjustment knob. You also have the beauty ring. I did talk about this earlier, but I wanted to show you guys. So if you wanted to run that external and exposed, then what you do is you take this beauty ring, you place it around here, and this is going to protect the threads so that you can run it uncapped, okay? I'm not gonna mess with putting this thing on. I just wanted you guys to see that and how it worked. All right, guys, and there's that crazy bright red dot, just like a, just like an EOTech or like an aim point or something. It's very bright. That's a lot brighter than I would ever use it. There it is on 8 power, so that's maximum magnification. I'll turn that off, and you guys can see the reticle. Just like that, it's somewhat in focus. It's tough to do this. You guys know how that is. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Just a quick down and dirty. I had a couple minutes in the office here. I figured I would go ahead and throw it out there and let you guys get that first look at the ATACR 1-8 by Nightforce. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great one.